Hello, third graders, and welcome to another math lesson. This is lesson 2-3, and we're going to continue to work on some more number stories. Today, we do have some time for number talk, and this is going to look a little bit different than some of the others that I've sent out because I'm just showing you a number. I'm showing you the number 27. So your task right now is to see how many different ways that you can get the answer 27. Well, you're probably thinking, Mrs. Flurry, well, that's pretty easy because we can go 20 plus 7. That's 27. We could do the turnaround fact. 7 plus 20 is 27. Or maybe you're thinking, I know that 10 plus 10 is 20, and I know that 4 plus 3 is 7. So 10 plus 10 plus 4 plus 3 equals 27. Or maybe you're also thinking, Mrs. Flurry, I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. So that means 5 plus 5 is that second 10. And then I can just add 7. It's 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 is 27. Or I can just also think pretty simply, 26 plus 1 is 27. But it doesn't always have to be addition. What subtraction problems could you come up with that would equal 27? Well, maybe you're thinking 30 minus 3, or 28 minus 1, or 29 minus 2. Those subtraction problems all equal 27. Maybe you know some multiplication problems that equal 27. Maybe you know that one group of 27, 1 times 27 is 27. I could do the turnaround fact. 27 times 1, 27 groups of 1 is 27. Well, boys and girls, 9 times 3 is 27, and 3 times 9 is also 27. And there are a lot more ways that you might have thought of that you could add or subtract numbers to get to 27 that I did not write on here. Good job. Now we're going to do a little mental math because we're going to work on solving these problems in our head because we're talking about some basic facts and extending those basic fact problems. So when I think of my basic fact 2 plus 9, I know that that is 11. My next problem is 12 plus 9. Well, when I look at this problem, I have a number in the tens place. I have a 1 in the tens place. That means 10. That means I went 10 more to get to 12. So I have to add 10 to my 11 to get to the answer 12 plus 9, and that's going to be 21. Again, I'm using mental math. How many is it from 12 to 42? Well, I can count up by 10, so 12, 22, 32, 42. I went up 30. And this is 42 plus 9, so I have to add 30 to my previous answer, and I'm going to get 51. Now let's work on some subtraction basic facts. 13 minus 5 is 8. My next problem is 33 minus 5, so I'm going to think, how many tens did I go up from 13 to 33? 23, 33, that's 2 tens, which is 20. Add that to the 8, and I'm going to get 28. Now my problem is 63 minus 5. So counting up from 33 to 63, so 33, then it's going to be 43, 53, 63, that's 3 tens, so that's 30. I'm going to add that to my previous answer, and I'm going to get 58. One more. Basic fact, 14 minus 7 is 7. My next problem is 44 minus 7. So again, I notice the number in the tens place changed. How much did it change? Let's count up. Starting at 14, we'll go to 24, 34, 44. It went up by 30. So that means I need to add 30 to my previous answer, and 44 minus 7 will be 37. Let's try it again for 84 minus 7. And you're going to think about how many tens I went up from 44 to 84. So 54, 64, 74, 84. I went up 4 tens, so that's 40. Add that to my previous answer. 84 minus 7 will be 77. Now our math message. Last lesson, we were talking about some of these diagrams that we can use to help us solve some number stories. We also talked that when you are reading a number story, it helps to read it once, twice, 3 times until you can figure out what information it's giving you, what you need to find out. So here's our story. Trung had $15 in his piggy bank. He earned money by walking his neighbor's dogs for 2 weeks. Now he has $60 in his bank. How much money did he earn? Well, let's read it again. And then we're going to highlight or underline what we know. Trung had $15 in his piggy bank. So he had $15. He earned money by walking his neighbor's dogs for 2 weeks. So if he earned money, we have to think, does that mean he's adding money to his piggy bank or taking money out of his piggy bank? When I earn money, I get it. Somebody's giving it to me, so I'm going to put it into my piggy bank. Now he has $60 in his bank. So my task is to find out how much did he earn. Well, first we need to figure out what we're going to put in our unit box. We can do this 2 different ways. Our unit is going to be dollars. So I could write out the word dollars, or I could just put in a dollar sign. I chose the diagram that would work best for this problem because I know what I'm starting with. I'm starting with 15. I know what I'm ending with. I'm ending with 60. But we don't know the change. We don't know how it changed. We know he earned it, so it has to be addition, but we don't know by how much. So we're going to put a question mark in there because we don't know the answer to that. That's what we need to find out. Before I can find out, I need to come up with the correct number sentence or number model. Well, there's a couple different ways I can do that. I could think, well, 15 plus what equals 60? I could actually make it be a subtraction fact and think 60 minus 15 equals what? Well, I'm going to try the subtraction fact. Now, our number models can be written horizontal like I did, and sometimes when you want to solve them, you want to write them vertical with the ones under the ones and tens under the tens. Now, I can just simply start at 15 and count up to 60 by 5s. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That was 9 5s. So that means 45. So he earned $45. So that would be the answer to our number story. Here's another problem. And I chose the diagram that works best, and I'll explain it to you after we talk about the problem. There are 43 children in the soccer club and 25 children in the science club. How many fewer children are in the science club? Well, again, we're going to read it more than once because we really understand what we are asked to do. There are 43 children in the soccer club. All right, so there's 43. And 25 children in the science club. Oh, there's 2 different clubs. Okay? And I need to find out how many fewer children are in the science club. Well, first we need to work with our unit. What are we talking about? What do we need to find out? We need to find out something about the children. So that will be our unit. I chose the quantity difference because I know how many kids are in each club. And I need to find out how many fewer there are in the science club. So that means I need to find the difference. So the bigger quantity is going to go in the top box, 43. And then we have the smaller quantity, 25. I don't know what the difference is. So I'm going to put a question mark. Now I need to consider what could my number models be. Well, I am not going to add the two of those numbers together because it's not asking me how many children there are altogether. It's telling me to find out how many fewer children are in the science club than the soccer club. So I need to maybe have it be a subtraction problem. So 43 minus 25 equals question mark. I wrote my number model horizontally, but to solve it, I'm going to write it vertically. Now, you may not be ready to solve a subtraction problem like this, and that's okay. In your math journal, you have number grids that you can use. We practiced using the number grids earlier this week. So you can start at 25 and count up to 43, or you can start at 43 and count back to 25. Either way is fine. It's going to give you the correct answer. So the difference between 43 and 25 is 18. So that means there are 18 fewer children in the science club than the soccer club. Your practice pages are on pages 38 and 39 of your math journal. You see that the three different diagrams that would be useful to solve some of these problems are at the top of the page. Your task for each number story, you need to write a number model, use a question mark for what you don't know. You may draw a diagram like the ones below, or you could do a picture to help you solve it. You're going to solve your problem and write your answer with the unit, and then you're going to explain how you know your answer makes sense. Let's do the first one together. Cleo had $37. Then Jillian returned the $9 that she borrowed. How much money does Cleo have now? Well, Cleo had some money, $37. Jillian gave him money. She borrowed some money from him. She paid him back. Now, how much money does Cleo have? I'm going to do and see the space here, you can write your diagram here. I'm going to do the start, change, end diagram because he started with 37. She gave him, I'm going to put a plus sign because when you give it, you're adding it. She gave him $9. I don't know how much he has, so it's going to be a question mark. So my number model is going to be 37 plus 9 equals question mark because that's the unknown. I don't know how much he has now. But now you can, excuse me, you can either use the number grid to solve your problem or you can figure it out another way. And I know that the answer is 46. But 46 what? It's going to be $46. So we want the unit. Now, when it's money, I can just put the dollar sign. If we were talking dogs or cats or apples, I would have to write down dogs or cats or apples. Now, how do I know that my answer makes sense? I could write, well, I used my number grid and counted from 37 and added 9 more and got 46. That's how you are going to work on the rest of the problems on this page. And then there's also a math journal page, math boxes page on page 40 for you to work on. Good luck, boys and girls.